Hey, welcome back to Emotional Mojo. I got a question for you. Is it possible to turn stress into success? I don't know. Apparently we had a clip, and now people are stressed out because we don't have it. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna flip it, change it, rearrange it, and turn it into a successful interview segment.
There we go.
Is that how you do it?
That was planned. You planned that.
This is our guest, you guys. This is National Certified Counselor, author, communicator, and expert at turning stress into success, Dwight Bain. Welcome to our show. We're so happy to have you.
I am so pleased to be here. I'm so happy to see you. And especially on a subject like this, because we live in a culture where everybody you know, from the person that hands you your coffee to the person, at the end of the day, they're all stressed out. And we're going to give them some answers.
Everybody has something different that's bothering them. And you've heard this before. The only thing that's constant is change, right? We know there's always going to be something happening, some curveball thrown at us. So how are we supposed to manage that without stress?
Stressing out.
Yeah, well, it's normal to be stressed because life rarely works out exactly the way that you think, but when somebody can embrace the change element, and to me that's one of the most important principles, when I understand life is about change, and change creates growth. It creates stress or strength. What I believe is that if I can guide people toward finding strength in that change, maybe it's something on their job or in a relationship, maybe it's something about their health. And there's so many people that have a health crisis, they end up better on the other side. They have a relationship challenge and they go get some help for the relationship. It can push us if we let it, or it will crush us.
Okay, so then what's the key factor? What's the most important thing to do? Let's use an example, okay? I just lost my job. Now what?
Or I just went through a divorce. Now what?
Yeah, all right, so the first thing I'm gonna do.
I'm getting free advice from the man, and I know this man, so yeah, come on, Dwight.
So here's the deal. Some major problem comes at you. Most important thing, we pull our head out of the sand.
Okay.
And we say, you know what? I don't like this. This is painful. This is hard, but I'm going to face my life. We have to make a choice to be able to literally embrace whatever the hard thing is that life has handed us. I don't get to pick what life hands me. I do get to pick how I handle it.
Right.
I do get to make a choice, and I can make the choice to just sit and cry, and just have a down day, or I can make the choice to say, you know what, there's a countdown to change, and I'm gonna right now make a choice.
Working in our countdown clock.
It's absolutely true.
And you see affirmations like the ones we're showing right now all the time, especially now on Pinterest and Facebook. We love to share them on our page. How helpful are affirmations in helping you achieve success in life? Do they really work?
Here's the thing, and I'm really glad that you said that, because the affirmations work. Those statements will refocus my brain. It'll give me more powerful belief. Here's the problem. We live in a culture where there are other people who they'll see the affirmation on our desk or on our phone, and they'll go, well, that doesn't work. And then they pour all of their down negativity on us.
Yeah.
And so the problem isn't the affirmation. Affirmations work. They're very powerful. The problem is the other people who need the affirmations.
The negative.
And you know what? It's what you do with the affirmations as well, right? I mean, you can take it in and actually do something, or you can look at it and go, oh, that doesn't work.
Well, Jada, that's exactly it. So many people buy a book about how to solve stress, how to deal with burnout,
They don't
how to
read
have
it.
a better relationship. They never read the book. That's exactly it.
It's on my desk.
Or they read it, but they don't do anything with it. I mean, you can read something and go, oh yeah, that was really cool, but then they don't actually take that step to implement it into your life.
I bought the gym membership.
That's perfect.
I didn't go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say to people that say, if it's meant to be, it'll happen? They kind of wait and see mentality. What do you think about that?
All right, so wait and see. I hope that everybody, get ready to tweet this. Wait and see equals wait and sink. Because if you just sit and wait for life to hand you something good, you're going to be old, and life's going to pass you by. Life is not kind to people who sit and wait. So what we want to do is to move from sitting and waiting about, what am I going to do in this relationship? What am I going to do on my job? What am I going to do with my education? To move from sitting and waiting to move toward doing.
Do you have any examples you can share with us? Maybe people you've counseled or something in your own life where this has worked?
Oh, absolutely. People, especially in the downturn in the economy, people who still had a job, but they knew their company was going down. They knew their industry was going down, and so they sat and waited. I carry in my wallet the most important card that I have.
Ooh.
Most important card I have, right here. Here it is. Here it is. Most important card I have.
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster. You know why I carry this?
Why?
I carry this to remind me life changes really fast. And there were people in this major company that didn't change. They didn't, the handwriting was on the wall. And there are industries like that. So if I can move from wait and let's just wait and see what happens with my company. Wait and see what happens in this bad relationship. If you wait and see, you will wait and sink, and then you'll be in a worse situation. I want people to grab hold of life.
Okay. So we've talked in abstracts here. Do you have like a concrete example, something someone can do right now whose significant other just dumped them? What's the first step they should take?
So you just got dumped, and so what we're going to do, I would say, let's get the legal pad out, and let's list out what you're going through. I want people to be able to face. Are you feeling down, depressed? Are you feeling relieved? Are you feeling better? But then I want to move from all of the pain, I want to move over to a plan. To be able to say, okay, so I'm in a broken relationship, what can I do? Maybe I'm going to go talk to a counselor. I'm going to go, read some books about it. I'm going to go, start to work on my game. We have to move from problems to a plan, and then we need some accountability to move forward on that plan. Whether it be job or relationship or a problem with the kid, if you just continue to allow a child to act out of control, they're going to get expelled. I want people to be proactive, to be moving forward, but we're listing out the problems. It's important. Sometimes we need help for clinical depression or anxiety, but we're always moving toward a plan. That's where you get the change, is on the plan piece, not sitting and focusing on the pain.
I'm a nutritionist, and that's the biggest thing that I see is that, like you said, that gym membership doesn't do anything unless you use it. And people come to me all the time, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not doing it. And it's it's that lack of a plan. It's that lack of putting it into action that is the problem. And having that written out plan, having that actionable goal, and having that action plan of how am I going to put it into action.
It's a really important point, because it's been my experience many times. If you ask people New Year's Eve, what do you need to change in your life? What do you need to change in your money and your finances and your relationships? They know the answer to that. It's not about, let's talk more about my problem, to be able to move forward toward the solution. The countdown to change is an impetus to be able to push you forward, to say, hey, the clock is ticking on your life.
One step at a time, too. I think people work in these abstracts where it's like, I need to be 30 pounds lighter with a new job and a husband by the end of the year this year. You're not giving yourself steps. And I know somebody personally who will put these problems out there, and you try to help her, but she always has an excuse for why, well, I can't because of that, and I can't because of that. So at what point do we need to realize we got to do this stuff for ourselves and stop relying on everybody else, too,
Let me give you a key principle that I learned a long time ago. Change happens daily. It doesn't happen in a single day. So if somebody wants to lose the 30 pounds, what am I doing today? It's a daily process of change, not I go to one fantastic weekend at the spa and it's all better, or I go to one fantastic weekend at wherever.
No magic fix.
No magic fix. No magic bullet.
All right. Dwight Bain, you are awesome. Thank you for sharing some wisdom with us. We're going to have you stick around for your game we play, and it's called Yes, No. How would you like to join?
All right. Yes.
All right. So you guys, by the way, you can head to our website for more information, too. Okay, so yes, no. Here's the first thing. There's a man. His name is Reggie Theus. He just discovered his bank screwed up big time, okay? He checked his balance, and this is what he saw. I think we have a picture. $4 trillion. Trillion. There are no trillionaires out there. If your bank messed up, would you say something or let it slide? Would you say something if your bank messed up?
Eventually,
we're all
eventually they're going to find out.
Exactly. We're not that nice.
Go spend the money.
They'll find out. And there are people who this has happened to, maybe not in the trillions, but if the bank finds out, they actually can hold you responsible for not saying something.
You have to speak up.
Has anybody ever messed up giving you change or something and you've kept it and not said anything?
No. I have at the grocery store, and I did give it back, and she was like, oh my God, my drawer would have been off at the end of the night. So I felt good about that. Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this story? A 9-year-old boy managed to sneak through security in Minneapolis. He boarded a flight to Vegas, a 9-year-old. So he got through the ticket person, the TSA, and the gate to get onto the plane. Now people are asking, do we need even tighter security at airports? You already have to strip down butt booty naked to see it through. So do we need tighter restrictions at the airports? Wow, we're like agreeing way too much. Why do you guys say no? What do you think about this?
You have a situation where there's already an incredible amount of stripped down booty naked, right? And so what it sounds like is somebody wasn't doing their job. That a 9-year-old could say, hey, Vegas, baby, and could just cruise through. No, we need people to do their jobs more than we need more restrictions.
We do, and I think kids can kind of slide through easier than anyone else. So I think this was just one little slip up, and please don't give us more restrictions.
Oh my gosh.
Agreed.
We can't take it.
All right, so check this out. Some middle school students in Indiana are being punished because they got a peek at their teacher's bare naked chest on a school-issued iPad. What they think happened is the teacher's iPhone synced up with the iPad, so as the kids are playing, there she is. But she has not been fired. Should the teacher be fired for this? What do you think?
No.
No. Why are we all agreeing
Yeah,
today?
I think it's just
What do they do
technology.
then?
Yeah.
Because
Parents
I
are
mean-
mad. They're like, she needs to pay for this.
Wait a minute,
I'm
this was
sure
a
they're
biology
mad.
teacher, right? It was a biology teacher?
Oh, there you go. That's a reframe, right?
I don't know. But the problem is, should teachers be held responsible for this kind of thing? I mean, it was her personal picture on a school-issued iPad.
I don't think she should be held responsible for something that's a technology problem.
Yeah, it was a glitch.
Really?
It
There's
was a
in technology.
glitch, but
Yeah.
Goodness. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for joining us, Dwight Bain. And we'll be right back in just a moment. You're watching Emotional Mojo.